To recap the varsity year a little bit, 19-10 overall, making a section final game is a successful season. It stings a little bit that it was just Friday night that this season ended with these guys, but sort of the message from that. And basically right after that buzzer sounded and we were on the losing end of things and just kind of gathering them up, the message to take away from that is just that, unfortunately for these guys, it's probably not going to be the last time they're disappointed with an outcome of something. You get through it with your teammates, and in this particular situation, their teammates were their varsity basketball teammates. In the future, it may be, your wife and kids, your siblings, your family, your close friends. But you don't whine about it, you don't pout, you don't complain. You stand there with your head held high, which, I'm speaking on behalf of the coaching staff, but so proud of the way these guys responded on Friday night, lining up for a second place trophy that nobody wants. And they stood there with their hands held high, they shook Eden Prairie's hands like men, and they lost in a classy way. Not a lot of teams would have done it that way. Some teams, complained, heads down, embarrassed, taking their medals off. Our guys all stood there, stoic. And I just want to thank you guys in front of this room full of parents and our entire program of kids that are coming up, that's just the way we do things here. So I appreciate you guys setting that example. I know it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me. But honestly, I took your lead on that one. So a round of applause for how our guys handled Friday night. As a team, obviously, I'm the type of coach. I'm gonna schedule the toughest non-conference schedule I can to get us prepared to compete in a game like Friday night was in a section final game. That's the goal every year. I don't care about what our overall record is. If we're a 500 team, like a lot of people had us down for, it doesn't really matter because everybody makes a section tournament. So I want our guys playing the best possible basketball. So I put Cretan on the schedule. I put Apple Valley right next to them, knowing that I was going to open with a conference game on the road at Hopkins right after all that, and then turn around for a Delano game, who I think they made the state tournament. I've kind of stopped paying attention. The day after, and putting a challenge before these guys so that I could, and I told them this on Friday night, we did that for a reason. We did that so that I could stand in front of them on Friday before the game and say, we played and competed against better teams. And we did. This year we won. We beat those teams. Not a lot of teams have on their resume at Cretan Durham Hall and Apple Valley win, okay? Beating EP at our place 3 weeks ago. These guys competed. They were fun to watch. Honestly, the essence of just team basketball. You look at our roster makeup and everything else, and we had games where we were at our best. We had, Glenn had barely missed scoring 30 points at Hopkins. I think he had 28, 27. Jacob Hudson had a 30-point game. Anders Nelson had over a 30-point game. Jack Middleton had a 30-point game. We had 5 guys in double figures for a few of our games. These guys shared the ball and they were fun to watch. It's really easy to coach a group of kids like that. Defensively, and I think this is a testament to how close you guys are as a group, we didn't really, there wasn't much coaching on that end. That's not, nothing technical based on our defensive improvement from this year, from last year. It's just guys communicating, being on the same page, holding each other accountable. You guys had a great defensive year against some really good teams, against some Division I kids, against some McDonald's All-American. And you guys all did it together, and it was just so fun to watch. Individually, you had some all-time records, all-time school records broken. Anders Nelson with his 47 points against Holy Family. That's a single game scoring record. There's also set the individual free throw percentage record, 87.6% from the line. Wow. That's ridiculous for a high school player. Which got him into 3rd all-time on the career scoring list. So with his, and forgive me, I wasn't the most prepared. I was hoping that today was going to be a pep rally instead of an end-of-season banquet. But we have to look at the stats. I have him down. I think I'm 13 points short with his total of 1,444 career points. He's 3rd all-time. Either way, he's 3rd all-time in school history, which is a feat on itself. And then as a team, our 79% from the line. That's just kids getting into the gym and shooting. It has nothing to do with coaching. It has nothing to do with anything. you know, the attempts are second most or third most on that list of top 5. But Edina has a pretty long history, and we're setting team records. So just a great group to coach. Can't thank you guys enough for allowing me to be a part of it. And like I said, Friday night was just you know, it didn't go as planned. The way you guys handled it is what I'll take with me, and what hopefully our underclassmen learn from, and just kind of how we deal with things as a program. So can't thank you guys enough. With that, we'll issue our letters. We're going to start with our team managers. I believe 3 of you are here. Christine Graff and Ali Banquet couldn't make it. But Luke Berge, Susie Hoffman, and Sarah Hank, you guys, you know, Luke took the lead early on. He approached me, I think this time last year. Pretty excited to be a manager for this year. Wanted to sit down with me and just be a part of the program. And he organized, he got some girls on board and organized so that there was a schedule in place. We had managers, you know, coming to practices, and game nights were taken care of, where all I needed to do as a coach is just hand Luke a green bag, and everything was all set up and taken care of. So the daily commitment that you guys put, coming to practice every day, you know, there with your laptop, still doing homework, I'm sure it would have been a more comfortable experience if you guys are doing homework, the privacy of your own rooms. But you guys are there every day. I appreciate everything you guys did. So with that, Luke Berge, come and get your letter. Sarah Hank. And Susie Hoffman. Now we'll move on to our sophomores. We had 2 this year. Congratulations, guys, on your letter. You guys earned it every day. Miles Harrell. Jacob Hudson. Juniors, Tommy Den. John Deutsch. Andrew Ink. Matthew Ink. Charlie Hath. Zach Haji. Zach Close. Jack Middleton. Oscar O'Brien. Cameron Schmidt. And now our seniors. Luke Glenna. Charlie Fisher couldn't be here. I know, you know, Mike Landers alluded to it. Playing college baseball at Southern Miss, an unbelievable program. And he had 2 options for their orientation. One was earlier in the year. He didn't want to miss the Cambridge-Santee game. And he approached me, and he's just kind of, I got to go one of these 2 weekends. It's college, it's his future, but he put that on hold, knowing he didn't want to miss a game. Unfortunately, couldn't be here tonight, but Charlie Fisher played an unbelievable role for us. Dom Ingram. Anders Nelson. Chris Rolfe. I think we have some underclassmen that want to say some things about our seniors. Hopefully.
I'd like to talk about Dom. To start, he was just a great guy to be around, always joking around, especially with his impersonations, especially Mr. Glenna and Mr. Bunce. Also, being on the team last year, I'd like to thank Dom for all the rides he gave me back when we would practice at ECC. Couldn't thank you enough. Also, listening to Maybe All by Florida Georgia Line with the windows down at like 10 degrees, 15 degrees. That's always fun. Lastly, so Dom likes to meet famous people. Celebrity hunting likes to call it. Fortunately, I actually got the opportunity to be a part of that one time. So I'm a huge Chicago Bears fan. And so the Bears were in town last week of the regular season. Met 4 Bears fans. I couldn't thank him enough. But also, realistically, I'd like to thank Dom for all he's done, and I wish him the best of luck at Augsburg playing basketball, and I can't wait to watch you this winter. Thanks, Dom.
So I'd like to thank Luke Glenna first, because in practice he always had just the best energy, always making sure that we were going 100%. And that always made practice fun to go to every day. And then Anders second, because he would push me every single day, like made it tough on defense, because he'd either shoot it in your face or drive past you. So that was always tough, and it was just a great year with all them.
I was going to talk about Seafish and just his great jokes in practice and his energy and just giving me rides home when I asked him. And that's all. Alright, I'm going to talk about Luke Glenna. Probably one of the hardest workers I've ever met in my life. I remember before the season started going to open gym. Football season was still going on, he was there. I definitely didn't need to be there, but he was there watching football film on the bleachers, still supporting the team. And I know you're going to do great at football next year at St. Thomas, so go Tommies.
I'd like to talk about Durs. Durs, it was great to see not only you play outstanding this year in basketball, but it was cool to see you come out and play football senior year too. I was super excited that you came out. It was really fun to get to know you over the football and basketball season. So, thanks.
I would also like to talk about Anders. Obviously, he's a terrific basketball player. But the first day of practice, I was a little nervous, a little unsure about everything. And he complimented me on one of my plays that I made. I can't remember what it was, but gave me confidence for the rest of the season, and it just speaks to what a great guy he is. So I know he's going to do great at wherever he goes for college. So thanks, Durs.
I'd like to talk about Luke Glenna. I have many memories with him, playing whatever sport it was in our front yard when we were little, and just pretty cool to be able to play basketball with him this year again. And he's just a great leader, a great teammate. I know he's going to do great at St. Thomas, and I'd like to thank him, and thanks for all the rides in the morning.
I'd like to talk about Chris. I just want to thank him for coming every day to practice with great attitude and energy. And one thing I won't miss are his pointy elbows throughout the season. And good luck at North Dakota next year.
I also want to thank Chris Rolfe, just because kind of coming up from I was on a sophomore team, and then this year just kind of fun to practice with him every day. He always had a good attitude, and just thank you.
I'd like to talk about Andres Nelson. He was a great leader on and off the court. I'm gonna miss seeing him at practice every day. I'm gonna miss ripping the ball from him. Best of luck to you next year at college, wherever you go to.
I'm going to talk about all these guys. They've represented Edina basketball in the right way since the beginning. I've gotten to see them grow as players and individuals since like 4th grade, and they've honestly been like the best role models for me, and I'm sure all these other guys. So just want to say thank you and good luck to you guys in the future.
What I'm going to remember the most about Chris this year is his commitment to practice, starting from Thanksgiving up until now. He was always there trying his hardest, and as Mike Landers brought up, he always challenged Huddy in practice, and he just played a really important role on the team this year. So thanks, Chris. Good luck next year.
Thank you, underclassmen, for stepping up to the mic. It's not easy for some of you, I appreciate it. But again, these seniors on their way out, just couldn't have done it better. Really couldn't have done it better. Proud of what we put on the floor, proud of your commitment to the program, and just wish you guys nothing but the best moving forward. So thanks again. You guys have captain's gifts? All right. So now captain's gifts.
Alright, so we got this little gift for everybody here. We'll start off with 2 swim noodles for the 2 wings. Figures they do everything together. So I figured if you guys needed another weapon to fight with or something, try to use
I got Cam Schmidt, bar of soap, so his parents can wash his mouth out because of practice. He would say some bad language. Thanks for having us.
This is for Oscar O'Brien. Probably self-explanatory. Probably has like 4 of these, but I'm sure he would appreciate another. He's incredibly smart.
I've been known to get down on Huddy a little bit in the past, just for the better of the team, so you can step up and dunk on somebody. So I thought I'd do it again here. We got you a stick of deodorant because you smell absolutely awful after practice.
Next one, we got John Deutsch. We got him some bobby pins. If anyone gets that on the team, there's a girl pins. So this is a little inside joke there.
We got Charlie Half, some Gold Bond, because his nickname on the team this whole year has been Chafe. So this can help you with some chafes if you get
This hat is for Zach because he's just really weird. He's the weirdest thing we could find.
We got Haji the spatula because he's known for having the sauciest crossover on the team. So we got this would suit him well.
Next up, we got a pacifier for the baby on our team who tends to cry almost every single day. So Miles, here you go.
We got Chris Rolfe some Band-Aids because I swear every day at practice he'd be bleeding somewhere on his body. So here you go, Chris.
These batteries are for Tommy Den because he just takes a lot of charges in practice.
That's it, thanks.
But the recognition is nice to have. These guys worked incredibly hard. We had 2 honorable mentions this year. Our 2 honorable mentions were Jacob Hudson and Jack Middleton. And our 2 all-conference award winners were Anders Nelson and Luke Glenna. Again, our conference, I would say, arguably the best conference in the state as far as basketball. Being affiliated with anything on a list with the Lake Conference is an achievement. So congratulations, those guys are earning that. That's based solely on the opinions of other coaches. And those are our 4 guys that those coaches pointed out. So a round of applause for our all-conference winners.